Welcome, everyone, to Capital One Arena, Washington, D.C. This is the Presidential Wrestling Federation, and this is State of Disunion. I'm Stunning Steve Lincoln Douglas, here as always with
James J. Hamilton, and we are so excited to be here. Another sold-out event here, this capacity crowd at the Capital One Arena, and all of the listeners at home. This pay-per-view, everyone having been charged $29.95 when they clicked on this episode. We thank you for your contribution.
As always,
the PWF.
And as always, put to great use. We got quite a card tonight, James.
This State of Disunion is a big card.
It most certainly is. We have the PWF Championship on the line.
Abraham Lincoln versus George Washington.
A showdown of titans.
It doesn't get any bigger than that.
It certainly doesn't. And nearly as big, the Transcontinental Championship match is on the line. And this has been building up for some time. Andrew Jackson versus John Quincy Adams.
There is a lot of bad blood there.
There certainly is, James. And it's all going to come to a head here at State of Disunion.
Someone's going to go home with the Transcontinental Championship
That's
belt.
it. We also have the PWF Tag Team Championship on the line as Teddy Roosevelt and William Howard Taft take on George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush.
Father and son team.
And that'll be a match that you'll absolutely want to see. What a card here tonight.
Yeah.
But first, we got quite an opening match, James. Let's proceed to ringside for the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, Woodrow Wilson. Here he comes, the academic. Woodrow Wilson coming down to the ring.
He's looking professorial.
Yes, he certainly is. We interviewed him before the match. Let's go to that clip now. We have Cross Ross Cleveland backstage with Woodrow Wilson. Thank you, Steve. I'm here with Woodrow Wilson, the academic. Woodrow, you have a big match tonight with Barack Obama. Now, how did you prepare for this bout?
Well, as usual, I watched Birth of a Nation and was so inspired in my workouts that I don't feel there will be any stopping me.
You heard it here first. Back to you, Steve. Thank you, Ross. You heard that, James.
Woodrow Wilson all fired up.
Some confident words from Woodrow Wilson.
Hopped up on that Birth of a Nation.
He's watched his favorite film and he's ready to go against Barack Obama. I wonder if there's any connection there.
Well, Barack Obama, rather professorial himself.
Here he comes.
There's a lot of brain power in this match.
Indeed.
A lot of big degrees.
His opponent, Barack Obama.
The crowd is just going wild for Barack Obama.
Fan favorite here for sure.
He is
Barack
a fan
Obama,
favorite.
super popular with everybody here in the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
He looks fit and ready to go.
He looks ready to go. He looks pretty confident. He doesn't look like he's gonna have any trouble with Woodrow Wilson, although Wilson is shrewd and conniving, and Obama's gonna have to watch out for that. They're both in the ring now.
And we got Chief Justice Roger Taney serving as referee here.
That's right.
Looks like he's checking out Barack Obama, patting him down.
Yeah, he looks to be giving
Checking his boots,
a very
his
meticulous
trunks, making sure he's not carrying any
inspection.
foreign objects or what? It's a very suspicious search
Obama
of
with
Barack
a
Obama.
look of indignance
Looks like,
almost on his face.
Looks like he has passed this pat down. He's been given the all clear. I assume
Rather unusual.
Taney will give similar treatment to Woodrow Wilson. No, he just says Wilson's good to go.
Wow.
Didn't really check him at all, but okay.
No, he's waving them on, and we are going to begin the bout. And this bout is about to begin. Obama with a quick kick to the midsection of Wilson, and Roger Taney appears to be admonishing him. It appears that he's getting on Barack Obama for jumping the bell. I don't believe he jumped the bell, James.
I mean, we all heard the bell.
He's got them broken apart.
Then we heard
He's
the kick, but
admonishing Obama, and now he's waving the match
Taney
on.
heard otherwise.
Wilson and Obama now squaring off against each other here. Grappling up. Obama pulling Wilson down. He's picked him up in a fierce pile driver. Wow. And that's got Wilson down on the canvas. Obama now looking pretty spry, looking pretty confident. He's bounding off the ropes. Hopping over Wilson, jumps to the other side, hopping over him again and back, and a big leg drop.
Woodrow Wilson off to a bad start. He is already in a lot of pain.
Obama now following up, lifting Wilson up off the canvas, and that was a quick shot, and it looked like that might have been a thumb to the eye from Wilson to Obama. Taney apparently
he
didn't see it.
He doesn't have a problem with it.
And Wilson now trying to gather his strength for a moment while Obama
looks like he's
got his right hand up to his eye there as though it's been gouged.
Well,
Wilson using this as an opportunity to catch his breath.
And looks like they're going to square back up, and Barack Obama, he just hit Wilson right in the face, and
what's this?
Looks like Taney is claiming that was an eye gouge. I didn't...
What? That's absolutely correct, James. Roger Taney is admonishing Barack Obama for eye gouging right now. He's gesturing with his thumb,
Wilson
shaking his head.
I don't know. Wilson looks like he's covering up his eye, but I don't...
If that was an eye gouge,
Barack Obama's the one who can barely see out of that left eye.
That's right.
But Taney's he's telling him to continue fighting.
And here they go. They're squaring up again. Wilson trying for a kick. Obama's caught his foot. Wilson now hopping on one foot, shaking his head no. Obama, he's shaking his head yes. And my God, what's this? A spinning drop kick. My God. Wilson's clock has been cleaned.
He's down.
He is down.
Barack Obama's covering up. He's going for the pin. Taney counts one.
Counts 1, 2, 3. What's going on here?
That was a very slow count.
Come on now. That was a 3 count if ever there was one. Roger Taney's count was completely off.
Wilson kicked out there. He had about 5 seconds to do so.
Yes, he did, at least. And Taney again getting on Obama for trying to engage with the prone Woodrow Wilson on the canvas. I've not seen a match like this, James.
Well, the Chief Justices are the officiating crew. They've been appointed.
Well, that is true.
We have to trust them.
That is true.
Taney, of course, the infamous author of the Dred Scott v. Sanford decision.
That's correct.
Well, we just have to go with the officials we are given.
Well, that's true. We trust our officials at the PWF. We have some of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson now starting to stir as Taney finally lets Obama proceed with the match. Wilson now is back on his feet. And here comes Obama. He's trying to rush into Wilson. Wilson ducking out of the way pretty quick, almost diving out of the way. He hopped outside of the ring. He's walking around outside of the ring. And Taney is more focused on Barack Obama.
Barack Obama's asking Taney to count Wilson out, but Taney looks like he's just arguing with Obama.
Taney is just up against Obama, holding him from going outside of the ring. It's almost as though he's buying Woodrow Wilson time to recover. This is unbelievable, James.
Well, Wilson looks...
We got to get another
now.
Chief Justice down here.
Well, I don't know about this.
And here comes Wilson now, back into the ring, behind Obama. Oh, my God! It's the 15th point!
Oh, my God!
The 15th point!
Obama is down!
Oh, my God!
Woodrow Wilson goes for the cover and... What? That's Dred Scott!
Dred
Scott is in the ring!
Dred Scott!
He just kicked Woodrow Wilson in the head!
Oh, my God!
Wilson is down!
He's cornered Tawny!
Dred Scott is
cornered
turned on
Tawny!
Justice Tawny!
Tawny, he's dropped to his knees. He's shaking his head. No. Dred Scott, he's shaking his head. Yes. He's grabbed Roger Tawny by the hair. He's lifted him up. And oh my God, a knee to the face. A knee to the face. And Roger Tawny is out.
He is bloody.
He has fallen back on the canvas and rolled outside of the ring. And Dred Scott, he's gotten out of there. He's gotten out of there. Oh my God, what a turn of events.
Wilson and Obama are both down. Chief Justice Tawny is out.
We're going to need another Chief Justice down here.
The referee is out cold.
It's completely out of control. Wilson and Obama starting to stir in the ring. Chief Justice Tawny, he's laid out.
Obama looks like he is grabbing a hold of Wilson, throws him against the ropes. Oh, clothesline. Woodrow Wilson looked like his head hit the canvas right there. Barack Obama finally free of the interference of Chief Justice Tawny.
Yes,
going to work on Woodrow Wilson.
He really is given to his own devices. Obama in complete
body
control.
Slam.
Oof.
Woodrow Wilson down. Obama's picking him right back up, throwing him against the ropes again, and a boot to the chin.
My God.
Wilson is in trouble. Barack Obama getting some wind underneath his wings now. He picks up Woodrow Wilson and...
What's
this?
The stimulus! The stimulus!
He gave him the
It's
stimulus!
The stimulus! It's over! Chief Justice Tawny needs to get up!
Obama's covered.
He's stirring on the outside of the ring! Tawny's up! He can see him!
He should now be able to count 3 on Woodrow Wilson.
Chief Justice Tawny's returning into the ring! Here he goes! He sees him!
And he's great. He called for the bell.
Obama's won. Obama's won.
What?
No.
He didn't count.
He's thrown
3
Obama's hand down.
He's disqualified.
Obama had his hand raised in victory, and Chief Justice Tawny walked over to him and threw it down.
Tawny's saying he's disqualified.
Oh my God. He's disqualified Barack Obama.
Obama's disqualified.
Because of Dred Scott's interference. It's because of Dred Scott's interference.
Tawny is raising.
He's raising Woodrow Wilson's hand. I don't believe it.
Right.
I don't believe it.
And there's Dred Scott.
Oh my God, Dred Scott. He's got a chair.
He's got a steel chair.
Oh my God.
Tawny is down.
He's killed him. Dred Scott just maims Chief Justice Tawny.
Look at the dent in that chair.
Oh my God.
Dred Scott is raising Barack Obama's hand in victory.
They're leaving the ring together.
And the crowd is going wild.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable turn of events.
Won somewhat of a moral victory, unfortunately.
Indeed they have.
In the record books, this one is going to go with a mark in Woodrow Wilson's favor.
I think only for a time being, James. I believe that there's going to be an investigation here. I think that Chief Justice Tawny's officiating is going to come under investigation.
Well, I should hope so. Because that's not what the PWF is all about.
No, that is not up to the standards of the PWF.
Well,
you almost feel the need to apologize.
Well,
James, and we do. Although,
this is not.
At least we could say that Obama did obtain the moral victory here tonight.
True. This is not really what our fans.
He left Wilson
paid $29.95
and Tawny hurt.
Hopefully, we can get some better officiating in the next match.
That's it. I don't think this one's over, but we got a lot more ahead of us here tonight. This is PWF State of Disunion.
And we'll go down to ringside to meet the superstars engaging in the second match of the night.
That's right.
This is a 6-man tag match.
Yes, interesting matchup we got here tonight, and it should prove interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe.
Jeffersonian Republicans.
There they are, the Jeffersonian Republicans. And
Jefferson tag team.
Indeed they are, but Jefferson coming off a bit of an injury, James.
Yes. Wrist is all wrapped up tonight after what happened
as you can see, after what happened on Wednesday Night War.
Yep.
Trying to impress a young lady. Jefferson went to hop over the top rope, and he had a bit of a mishap, and he injured his wrist pretty badly. He went on to lose that bout, and
Maria Causeway was not
impressed.
Jefferson now under new management.
That's right. As you can see, sensational Sally Hemings at ringside here tonight in the corner of the Jeffersonian Republicans. And let's get back to ringside for the introduction of their opponents. And in this corner, Rutherford, Burchard Hayes, James Abram Garfield, Benjamin Harrison. And there they are, the Beardos. Typically, the Beardos, Rutherford Hayes and Benjamin Harrison, but adding James Garfield to the ranks here, and what a triumvirate they
make.
Yes.
Look at those beards.
Indeed.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Jeffersonian Republicans growing beards like that.
No, certainly not. Although Garfield, still, he was just cleared.
Yeah,
he was just cleared to participate in State of Disunion here tonight, James.
The Beardos dealing with an injury of their own. Of course, the events of survival sequence.
That's it. James A. Garfield, I think we could chalk it up to his physicians at this point.
He was part of the main event at Survival Sequence.
He certainly was. And
one of the martyrs going against the nation of assassination. A lot of injuries in that match.
Absolutely there was. And Garfield sustaining, what I would call post-injury, in a sense, James. But, yeah, he has been on the road to recovery. He was just cleared to engage in this event, but he still doesn't look 100%.
Yeah, well, he's looking better. He fired his doctors. Now under the care of Ronald Reagan's doctors. Reagan also recuperating.
That's right. Reagan and as well as William McKinley.
Yes, both of them shot at Survival Sequence, but they're on their road to recovery.
That's right. Each one of them taking a bullet, but on the road to recovery. And both counts. Reagan in pretty good condition, and it looks like he'll be returning quite soon. And McKinley appears to be on the road to recovery, soon to follow.
Yep. Whereas their teammate, John F. Kennedy, has a somewhat longer road.
That's right. He is going to take some time to pull himself back together after the grievous injuries that he sustained at Survival Sequence.
Yep, but he's in our thoughts, and we'll hope to see him back in the squared circle here sooner rather than later.
Indeed.
We'll see.
And it looks like
meantime, James A. Garfield is back in the ring.
Indeed.
And he's looking pretty good. The Beardos staring down the Jeffersonian Republicans. Chief Justice Oliver Ellsworth refereeing this match. Hopefully he can be a little more fair than Chief Justice Taney had been. And it looks like Thomas Jefferson and Rutherford B. Hayes will be starting this.
That's it, and we are about to begin. Here we go. Thomas Jefferson and Rutherford Hayes squaring off against one another.
Jefferson and Hayes squaring off.
Ooh, a quick
each other up.
Quick boot to the midsection. by Hayes to Jefferson, and a quick, he's got right into a wrist lock. He's focused on that wounded wrist of Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson in a world of hurt.
I think that wrist was broken at Wednesday Night War. If not, it's going to be broken soon.
I believe it was, and if it's not, I think you might be right, James. Jefferson in a world of pain, shaking his head no. He doesn't want to submit. Rutherford Hayes
Sally looking
keeping it
concerned on the outside.
And Hayes lifting and slamming. Just to further exacerbate.
Jefferson in a lot of pain.
And stretch that arm. Jefferson, he's trying to work his way over towards his corner, having a hard time. Jefferson now, in a world of trouble. How could he come out of this? It looks like a shin scrape. And Hayes, he's had to let go. Jefferson dives into his corner, and he gets James Monroe. Monroe's coming in, and he's
coming in hard.
Clothesline to Hayes off the ropes, and a big knee from James Monroe to Hayes. Hayes
Monroe.
now. He's trying to get up, and he's trying to get to his corner. He's tagging James Garfield.
Garfield coming into the ring.
Here comes Garfield making his return to the ring. James Monroe feeling hot. Monroe approaching Garfield, and a quick jab to Garfield's face. Oh my goodness, Garfield looks monumentally hurt.
I think that might have reopened a cut. He suffered a survival.
Oh, indeed it has. There is blood. There is blood. It's reopened that cut.
Not a very good stitch job.
No, not at all. Garfield is hurt. Monroe taking advantage of the situation, peppering blows to James Garfield's midsection. Garfield up against the ropes now, being battered by Monroe. He's able to shove Monroe off, and he dives to the corner and tags Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison coming in.
Here comes Ben Harrison. Monroe now.
He grapples up Monroe, flings him against the ropes, ducks under Monroe, coming back.
Oh, what a move!
Shoulder to the chest. Look at that.
And Monroe now, he's diving towards his corner. And he's tagged James Madison. Here comes James Madison now.
He comes right up to the top rope. He didn't even get in the ring.
What's he doing here? Oh my God, what a maneuver.
See how far he jumped?
What an aerial maneuver on the part of James Madison, and Benjamin Harrison is out.
He is down.
He is completely out. What has happened here? Madison now. He's getting back up to his feet. He's grabbing Harrison by the beard and he's picking him up off the canvas, hurling him against the ropes now. And, Harrison, he lets him bound over him. He hopped right over top of him as he was running. He must have made a 5'6" leap.
Look at Madison there.
Madison, an incredible leap and a drop kick. A flying drop kick to Benjamin Harrison's face.
Wow. I can't believe he had picked him up by the beard there. That is just the ultimate insult to the beardos. They are not happy. Look at Hayes out there. He is mad. Benjamin Harrison is down. Madison displaying a lot of technique.
Indeed he is. The aerial technique of James Madison, hitherto unseen.
Benjamin Harrison in some kind of hold. Harrison scrambles away. He gets up. Looks like he's going to throw James Madison against the ropes. Madison jumped up. Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Benjamin Harrison just threw him about 10 feet in the air.
I don't believe it. And
he hit the ground hard.
What a crash when his body made contact. And he is writhing on the ground. He is in some serious pain.
He only weighs about 100 pounds.
That's it. And Ben Harrison taking full advantage of this now. He's walking over to Madison. He's picking him up now, flipping him up. And a pile driver.
Oh. Madison.
Ben Harrison now. Bounding off the ropes and an elbow drop.
Madison only 5'4", but Benjamin Harrison only a couple inches taller.
That's right.
Madison usually in a huge size disadvantage, but I guess, Benjamin Harrison does have about 60 pounds on him, but James Madison has a lot of technique.
Ben Harrison 5'6", and James, you saw Madison leap over the running Benjamin Harrison once he was thrown off the ropes. That is a 5'6" leap on the part of James Madison that was followed up by an amazing flying dropkick.
Ben Harrison picking James Madison up now. You'd think James Madison would be looking to tag out here. Maybe Harrison as well. These two have been going at it, but it looks like they want to keep. They're not finished with each other. Ben Harrison flings James Madison against the ropes. He has something in store. Oh, Madison ducked under it. Oh, he just tripped Ben Harrison to the ground. Harrison smacked his face off the mat.
Oh, my goodness, and that's not looking good.
Looks like James Madison...
He wasn't able to catch himself.
Harrison is prone in the center of the ring. Madison climbing to the top rope. What's he doing?
What's he doing? It's the amendment!
The amendment!
It's the amendment!
He just hit him with the amendment.
He hit him with the amendment!
Benjamin Harrison
This one's
done.
over!
That's going to be it.
This one's over! Oliver Ellsworth making sure the other teammates don't get in.
Madison's not going.
He's not going for the pin. He's climbing up
back
the ropes. He's going for a second amendment. He's going for a second amendment. Wait, look. He's shaking the ropes. Madison's falling. He's falling to the outside of the ring. He's falling to the outside of the ring. He's on the concrete.
He hit his head off the steel stairs.
Oh, my God. He might have killed himself.
Madison is... I don't think he's conscious.
Oh, my God, I don't believe it.
Ben Harrison is unconscious in the center of the ring. Madison on the outside. Oliver Ellsworth is counting him out.
Oh, my God. The teammates, none of them can do anything. Ellsworth, that's...
Sensational Sally's trying to wake him up.
That's it. She's over there doing her best, Sensational Sally, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Not going to be good enough.
No. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. He's ringing the bell. It's
James
over.
Madison has been counted out.
It's over. What an ignominious defeat.
He had Ben Harrison right where he wanted him.
I don't believe it.
He could have got the pin after giving him the amendment, but he got greedy.
He went for that second amendment, James, and that was unnecessary, and that cost the Democratic Republicans victory here.
Well,
the Beardo's hands being raised in victory. My goodness, what a turn of events.
Wow.
Here at State of Disunion.
The Beardos, they're walking out of the ring triumphant. Ben Harrison walking a little slow, but he was surprised to wake up in the center of the ring and found out that he had won the match.
Indeed, and James Garfield as well, not looking his best.
He is still bloody.
And he's going to need...
more medical attention.
More medical attention to that
higher quality this time.
Indeed, but
Rutherford B. Hayes with that little ring rope shake there.
Yes, and that
Madison his balance.
That certainly did. It's fortunate for them that Chief Justice Ellsworth did not notice that, because actually that was quite a low-handed way to attain the victory here, but it'll go in the books as a victory for the Beardos.
Well, they've cleared out the ring here, and it looks like let's go back down for the next match. Chief Justice Harlan Fisk Stone will be officiating here.
That's right. We got quite an interesting match on our hands here now, James. This is a wheelchair match. Now, we all recall what transpired at the presidential rumble between FDR and Harry Truman. FDR making his return after his disastrous bout with Marco Polio, in which FDR rendered unable to walk. He still insisted on competing. The heart, the tenacity of Franklin Roosevelt, James.
And you'd think Harry Truman, his running mate, that they might team up in the presidential rumble.
You would think so, but
Harry Truman went right for him.
That's right, he did. Let's go back.
He goes straight for FDR.
What's he doing?
He did not appreciate being left in the dark.
My goodness, I don't believe it. He smacked him out of the chair. FDR's on the ground.
He's laying down. He's crawling.
He's trying to crawl away. Truman's climbing to the top rope. What's he gonna do? Oh my God! My God! It's the atomic drop.
FDR was just crushed by an atomic drop. Eleanor
needs to throw in the towel. This is inhuman.
Hang on to that towel.
This is inhuman. She needs to throw in the towel. Truman's climbing up again. I don't believe it. What? Eleanor, stop this. Stop this.
Consecutive atomic drop.
He's killed him. Still chilling to listen to, James.
A harrowing moment at the presidential rumble.
Indeed.
And FDR has been gearing up for some revenge.
He has,
we
and
got
he's
this
faced
match.
some setbacks. We remember FDR's performance, if you want to call it that survival sequence, where Elegant Eleanor wasn't there to assist him that night, and he had some trouble getting to the ring. He was nearly counted out when Teddy Roosevelt chucked him into the ring, where he basically got beat on by George W. Bush. He was given the decider, and that was the end of him. So, quite a road to recovery FDR has been on, and he's still not there.
Well,
Which led to this match directly.
we're here in the wheelchair match. He's going to somewhat equalize the disadvantages.
That's it. It's a special match. We get a wheelchair match. Harry Truman has agreed to this, and FDR, whose legs are useless at this moment, Harry Truman, he's agreed to have his own legs bound, and he'll be seated in a wheelchair, and these contestants are going to have at it from their respective chairs. This is going to be a contest of upper body strength, James.
Yep, FDR thinking that he's going to have the upper hand. He's spent a lot more time pushing around that wheelchair, walking around on crutches. He's been working his upper body.
Indeed, and Truman, known more for his brisk morning walks.
Well, he's not going to be briskly walking anywhere now.
Indeed, he's not.
He's going to have to go fist to fist with FDR and see if he can match that arm strength.
Yes, and here we go. Actually, it looks like the PWF girls have already taken the liberty of wheeling our contestants into the ring, and we're ready for introductions. In this corner, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and his opponent, Harry S. Truman. And I think we are ready to go here.
Yep.
FDR, Harry Truman, a wheelchair match. Interesting stipulation, but maybe this is just what we need to settle the grudge between these two, James.
Well, anything can happen in the PWF.
Indeed, anything and anything can happen in the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
It can and will, and it is happening now. Chief Justice Stone asking them both if they're ready. They appear to be ready.
Off to the races.
The match is underway.
FDR wheeling forward. Harry Truman wheeling forward. They ram into each other,
Ooh.
bumper car style.
Wow.
And now it looks like they're spouting off one against the other. FDR appears to be asking Harry Truman how it feels, and FDR just reached out and slapped him in the face.
Ooh.
Truman didn't take kindly to that. He's reaching for FDR. FDR's wheeled back out of the way, and he's laughing at Truman now.
FDR,
He's had the
moving around a
experience
lot
in the
better.
chair.
Yeah, he's maneuvering his wheelchair with expert skill. Truman,
He certainly is. Truman looks
struggling.
frustrated as well as angry as he wheels after FDR. FDR just keeping out of his
just
range.
wheeling circles around Harry Truman.
Indeed, FDR.
And he comes up. He comes
wheels-
up behind him.
He's wheeling forward. He's got Harry Truman in a headlock. He's got Harry Truman in a headlock. He's holding on to Harry Truman. Harry Truman flailing his fists. He's flailing backwards. He's trying to hit Roosevelt. He's connecting here and there. He's trying to get out of it. And there he goes. FDR, he's been forced to let go. Harry Truman trying to wheel
FDR
himself away.
Looked like FDR was trying to turn that into a sleeper hold.
It certainly looked
Harry
like it.
Truman asleep in his chair. Truman escaping.
Able to escape that one. Harry Truman
They're
wheeling
circling
around now.
again.
And there, once again, words appear to be exchanging between the two.
There's been no love lost between them.
Certainly
since
not.
Presidential Rumble.
No, certainly not.
Well, they're going to settle it not with words, but with fists here in the first ever wheelchair match in
Indeed.
the PWF.
FDR tries to wheel in quick with a punch to Harry Truman and wheel back out of the way. Truman now, he is looking angry, and he is going full bore, charging in on Roosevelt, and they're now exchanging blows, chair to chair.
They're
Slaps
pounding on each
And-
other.
and fists. Now
Look at
wheeling,
him go.
now backing off a moment. And more words being exchanged.
Looks like there's... Wow, what are they doing? Looks like they're gonna... They're wheeling heads on at each other.
Oh my God!
Look at that collision!
Oh my God! They just a dual headbutt. Both chairs are on their side.
Jeez, I can't...
How are they going to right themselves?
Looks like Harry...
Is Chief Justice Stone going to right them? How do we proceed here?
Look at...
A full-on headbutt and they're both on their side.
FDR is... He pushed himself back up.
He's crawling towards the ropes.
That's not the first time that's happened to him. Looks like Harry Truman looks to be in a lot of pain, but it looks like his left leg has come free of the restraint. That collision broke his leg restraint. He looks like he's...
Wait a second.
FDR's coming right up to...
Wait a second. I think you're
FDR's
right.
grabbing Truman by that loose leg. He's put in between the spokes of his wheelchair. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
FDR wrenching
Truman's
against the spokes of his wheelchair.
Truman's foot is caught in the wheelchair spoke and FDR's rocking
He's
it.
slamming it. Truman's going to be facing a broken foot here if it's not already broken.
There's over 200 bones in the human foot, and I think a couple of them are broken on Harry Truman.
I don't know. There might only be a couple of them still intact.
That's right.
FDR.
He's in a world of pain. FDR. He seems to pay no mind to the fact that Harry Truman has a free leg because he's crippled it.
FDR is playing it up to the crowd. They are cheering him after what happened to him at Presidential Rumble. He's finally getting some revenge here. Harry Truman looks like he is... What's he doing? Looks like he's undoing the restraint on his other leg.
Yes, he is. He's undoing the other restraint. Harry Truman, he's up on his feet.
He's standing up.
He's up on his feet and he's going after Franklin Roosevelt. He's limping over to him. He's trying to grab him by the throat. What?
Raining blows down on FDR.
Oh my God. Then he's going to be disqualified. Arlen Stone is going to try and stop this.
I don't know. Arlen Stone saying the bonds broke on the wheelchair. After what FDR was just doing with his wheelchair, it looks like Truman's going to be allowed to get away with this, but his foot may be broken. He's limping around, but he is mobile, and he is raining blows down on FDR. FDR
in a world of trouble.
Disadvantage.
In what seems it seems an outright violation of the rules of the match, James.
Well, if the wheelchair breaks, Truman's wheelchair, I don't think it even works now. He can't, well, I don't know. Looks like, what's this? Truman is picking up his wheelchair. He looks like he's going to try to hit FDR with it, but...
Oh my God!
FDR just stood up.
What?
FDR
What is this?
He grabbed the wheelchair.
FDR's on his feet. He's grabbed the wheelchair.
He just hit Truman.
He just brought it down on Harry Truman.
Truman hit in the head with his own wheelchair.
Harry
FDR
Truman
is
is
standing.
out.
How is
Harry
he
Truman is
standing?
out.
How is FDR standing? He just lifted up his pant leg. He's got braces on under there.
FDR is standing.
He's standing up.
He is standing, and Harry Truman is unconscious on the ground.
FDR's got some kind of Forrest Gump style braces on his legs, and he is standing.
Harry Truman, he's unconscious. Is down. FDR now. He's going over to Harry Truman. What's he gonna do here? Oh my God! It's the fireside chat.
Fireside chat.
It's the fireside chat. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
FDR's won.
It's over. FDR
standing in the middle of the ring, victorious. Who could have predicted
revenge? He's gotten revenge. Harry Truman has gotten his comeuppance here, and Arlen Stone, even though I think there was some questionable officiating choices made in regards to this match, it worked out just as it should have, in my opinion. FDR standing now, triumphant in the ring.
Wow.
Who would have thought, James?
Never would have thought I'd see FDR standing anywhere.
No, and
Much
it
less
appears...
at the conclusion of a wheelchair match.
It appears he's got leg braces now. He's able to walk, James. This is unbelievable development here. FDR finally recovering from his devastating injuries at the hands of Marco Polio. And that is good news just all around, James. And I think Harry Truman now is going to respect FDR a little bit more.
Yep, he's going to need to get some treatment on that foot. Now it's going to be him that's not going to be able to walk straight.
Indeed. Well, and just what a match, James.
We said anything could happen in the PWF.
And it just did.
This State of Disunion.
A miracle witnessed here.
State of Disunion already been a wild pay-per-view event. We haven't even gotten to the title matches yet.
That's it. It's about to get much more wild because we're moving in to the championship half of our event tonight, State of Disunion.
Belts are on the line.
We got the PWF belts on the line.
Champions will be crowned.
That's it. You won't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey kids, are you craving more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars?
Yeah!
That's great, because now we have the Presidential Wrestling Federation Superstar Action Figures.
Cool!
You can collect all of your favorite presidential superstars and engage in one-on-one battle, or tag team battle, or recreate your own presidential rumble or survival sequence. You could even create your own presidential mania.
Awesome!
Featuring Abraham Lincoln,
I'm gonna do the rail splitter!
Harry Truman,
The buck stops here!
Calvin Coolidge, and Richard Nixon.
I'm no crook!
That's right, collect all your favorite presidential superstars today. Ring sold separately. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is State of Disunion. And it is time now for the Presidential Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship match, James.
Wow. One of these teams going to be going home with the championship belts.
That's right. We got Chief Justice Rehnquist officiating the bout, and it looks like down at ringside they are ready to introduce the competitors for this match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the PWF Tag Team Championship bout. In this corner, Teddy Roosevelt and William Howard Taft. Their opponents, George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush. There we have it, James. The competitors ready to go here. Roosevelt and Taft looking pretty confident. They got a pretty strong team, and the weight is certainly on their side.
Yep. William Howard Taft, a huge man. Teddy Roosevelt, very powerfully built.
Nothing to sneeze at himself.
Brawler. Well,
and we know he could take a lot of punishment. He proves it time and time again.
He surely can.
But on the other hand, the Bushes, quite a team, father and son team, and you got brains and brawn with this team, if ever I saw it, James. You got the tact and the cunning of George H.W. Bush, and you got the brawn and the squirrely instincts of George W.
He's a bit of a wild man.
They make for a good team. We could put it at that. This is going to be a very good match.
Two teams of Republicans.
That's it.
All Republican match here for the
That's
tag
it.
team
The Whigs, the
championship.
Democrats. Nobody else could put forward a tag team that carried on the way that these two respective teams have done so, and
Yeah, of course, Teddy Roosevelt.
this is what it comes down to.
Teddy Roosevelt and the Bushes met at survival sequence.
Indeed, they did, in quite a memorable event.
TR teaming up with FDR and the Harrisons. Meanwhile, the Bushes, along with the Adamses,
That's right, and you could bet the Bushes haven't forgotten
their
survival sequence.
disqualification. They were disqualified.
And I think they're going to be out for Teddy Roosevelt here tonight. And it looks like Teddy Roosevelt has elected to start the match. And it looks like George W. is going to start the match. It looks like he wants to get at Teddy Roosevelt first. And here we go. It's about to begin. And we're off to the races here. Teddy Roosevelt, George W. Bush. Bush. It looks like he's almost mocking Teddy Roosevelt. Roosevelt taking it, beckoning George W., come on. Have at it. Bush waiting for Roosevelt to make a move. They're squaring each other up here pretty clearly, circling around.
Wow.
Waiting to see how this is going to develop. Teddy Roosevelt, he rushes in real fast. Bush jumping out of the way real quick. Roosevelt turns around again. He's charging a second time. Bush, he dives out of the way again.
He's like a matador in there.
That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a bullfight. Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt
Charging at Bush.
He is a
And
bull
Bush
moose. You gotta get out of the way of those horns.
Bush, a smile on his face. He's got a smirk.
They're gonna grapple. Teddy Roosevelt's going to get him in a hold. He's got his arm behind his back. George W. Bush.
That might have been a mistake on the part of George W. Bush.
Looks like...
Teddy Roosevelt might have more body strength.
Well, he's got a lot of strength. George W. Bush's arm being twisted, and then, he twists out of it. George W. Bush, now he's got Teddy Roosevelt.
He's reversed it. He's reversed it. Teddy Roosevelt now in an arm bar. Bush now applying his knee to increase the pressure. And, Chief Justice Rehnquist putting an end to that right quick.
George W. Bush.
He's now...
Looks like he's going to tag his father in, keep a fresh man to work on Teddy Roosevelt.
He's still got hold of Teddy Roosevelt, and Bush now coming in, and, a quick...
It was a
quick clothesline, and we saw that kind of thing at survival sequence. With these Bushes.
Yep, they're crafty. They
and Rehnquist scolding George W. for staying in the ring after the tag.
Now George W. is going to get out. HW gets in. And he's going to go to work on Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt's going to go to work on him as well. Teddy Roosevelt just punched George H.W. Bush in the gut.
And that looked to have hurt him.
He lost his wind there for a second, but he's in good shape. He's bouncing back.
He's pushing Roosevelt up into the corner now, trying to push him into the corner, and he's trying to it looks like he's just trying to choke him out in the corner. TR is trying to go for some knees. They're not connecting, and Rehnquist is going to get in there and break this up.
George H.W. Bush, he's a very tall man. He enjoys... big reach advantage over TR here.
Indeed he does.
He's taking advantage of that.
Now
holding TR at bay.
Coming back together again.
Jabbing at him.
Trading occasional blows here. Feeling the waters more or less.
George H.W. Bush, he's going to throw Teddy Roosevelt against the ropes. There's a clothesline.
Ooh.
William Howard Taft on the outside. He wants to be tagged in here. Teddy Roosevelt looks like, he is going to tag Taft.
He's going to make the tag.
The big man is coming in.
The big man, William Howard Taft, coming in.
William Howard Taft weighing in 340 pounds.
A monumental 340 pounds.
He weighs almost as much as both Bushes put together. Steve.
Indeed. And he's coming into this fresh now and stalking after George H.W. Bush slowly. But the senior Bush, he's trying to jump in with jabs and leap back out of Taft's reach. He seems to be just trying to wear the big man down. Taft charging after him. But Taft a little bit slow on his feet.
Bush is once again employing their matador strategy.
Indeed.
To keep out of the way.
And now George H.W. Bush going to tag in his son. Here comes George W. George W., he's climbing up to the top rope. What's he going to do? It's a flying drop kick to Taft. It's right to the midsection of Taft. Taft is staggering, but he doesn't go down. He's not going down.
Look at
Taft is still on his feet.
George W. Bush
He's still on
bounces
his
himself
feet.
off the ropes. He comes back. Oh, he slammed right into Taft and Bush went down. Taft like an immovable
Taft is
wall.
still on his feet.
He is an immovable wall. George W. Bush scrambling to get out of the way.
George W. Bush unfazed, but certainly disconcerted by the fact that he cannot put William Howard Taft on the ground, and he's going to need to put Taft on the ground if he's going to get an advantage here. If Taft gets a hold of him, it might be
It was like running into a
sayonara.
brick wall there.
Indeed.
George W., he's talking to his father, trying to regroup. You got to come up with a way to get Taft on the ground.
Taft, meanwhile, he appears to be just letting him talk. He's not pressing the engagement. He's not... George W. Bush is the legal man in the ring. Taft could have at him.
Taft
Seems to be waiting. The Bushes in conversation with each other.
well,
Chief Justice Rehnquist,
Taft.
nothing
Teddy
illegal is
Roosevelt.
going on.
Well, Teddy Roosevelt's John at Taft. He's not happy with the way he's conducting himself.
No,
in
it
there.
appears Teddy Roosevelt is getting upset
Taft
with Taft.
ended
He's
or
telling
what?
him to press the attack.
Well,
And Taft doesn't feel he should.
Taft looks like he's getting fed up with somebody here. I don't know if it's Teddy Roosevelt or these Bushes, but he turns around. Looks like Taft is. Oh, he's going to charge into the Bush.
Oh, my
corner.
goodness. Here
George
he goes.
W. Oh, W dodged out of the way. Taft slammed into the turnbuckles. Both Bushes are hammering on him.
My God.
Backs away.
Rehnquist breaking it up. Not allowing any double teaming here, but I think they had an effect there. The Bushes maybe taking control here. Teddy Roosevelt screaming at Taft to come and make the tag. And George W., still the legal man in.
Taft feels like he just got in there, but
He is having his way
Teddy
with Taft a little
Roosevelt
bit.
feels like Taft became winded far too quickly.
Yes, it appears Taft is.
The Bushes more distance runners.
That's it. And the
more
Bushes now
lung
kind of having their
capacity.
way with William Howard Taft here as this fight progresses. William Howard Taft, he taking blows here and there. The George W. Bush coming in and out with fast, peppering blows. And Taft, he's scarcely time to react.
Taft is making big swings, but he's not connecting.
If he could connect, boy, what a wallop it would be, but George W. Bush being much too elusive here. Taft just basically chasing around the ring after him and taking punishment all the while.
George W. Bush dodging, coming in again. Oh, Taft got him that
My
time.
God! My God, he's connected and that hurt.
W is down.
That hurt him.
Oh,
That hurt him bad. Taft, he's going off the ropes. Oh my God, it's a splash. Oh, that might be the end of it. That might be the end of it. He's going for the pin. He's going for the pin.
2, 3. No, George W. Bush kicked out. I don't
He
know
was
how
able
he
to kick
did it.
out. He was able to kick out.
He's
Got some resilience.
crawled out from under Taft. He's crawling into the corner and tags his father back into the ring.
His father now.
George W. Bush is hurt. He needs to recuperate.
Indeed he does. His father now
Senior.
coming into the ring quickly and starting to hammer on William Howard Taft. He just... I believe those moves took a lot out of Taft.
Yeah, he does.
And
look
he is
winded now.
starting to look exhausted.
Teddy Roosevelt yelling at him, wanting to be tagged back in. George H.W. Bush flings Taft up against the ropes. He bounces back. Bush just got out of his way there. Taft bounces back.
Bouncing back. Oh, an elbow.
Ooh.
And Taft staggering back, and Taft has dropped to one knee. Taft has
Teddy
dropped to
Roosevelt
one
is
knee.
screaming at him.
Taft is on one knee. George H.W. Bush is against the ropes. A flying drop kick straight to the face of Taft. Taft is down. Taft is on the ground. Taft is on the ground.
Bush is going for the pin. One.
Here he goes. Two. No.
Kicked out.
Taft's out.
He kicked out.
Taft's out. Bush he's
Teddy Roosevelt is furious.
He's having a hard Bush is having a hard time picking Taft up off the canvas. Taft lurching forward towards his corner. Bush trying to get a hold of him and bring him up and rein him in to try and finish him off. But Taft, he's lurching forward.
He can't be
with the strength of a wounded animal.
Is he going to make the tag? He got it.
He made it.
Teddy Roosevelt comes in.
Teddy Roosevelt's in. George H.W. Bush. He's got him up. He's got him in a fireman's carry and a back body drop. Oh my goodness. George H.W. Bush now in trouble. Teddy Roosevelt off the ropes in a big flying elbow drop. George H.W. Bush, he's in trouble. He's scrambling towards his corner, scrambling towards his son. T.R. getting up now, trying to pursue him.
W barely recovered from that Taft splash.
George H.W., he's not going to make the tag. He's diving out of the ring. He's going to buy some time. T.R. stuck in the ring.
H.W.
Chief Justice Rehnquist holding him back now, and he's going to start a count on George H.W. Bush, who's regrouping.
That's a crafty move by H.W. Bush.
Outside of the ring now.
Breaking up T.R.'s momentum.
Indeed. T.R. tries to charge towards the outside of the ring. Rehnquist now holding T.R. back, and George H.W. Bush is using this opportunity to come into the ring. He's coming at Roosevelt. He's hammering Roosevelt with blows. Roosevelt trying to defend himself. They're trading blows now in the center of the ring. The two of them grappling up, and the grapple's broken.
Bush.
Trading blows once again. Forearms and fists. T.R. laying into Bush. Bush trying to take it and come back.
T.R., of course, an experienced boxer all the way back to his days in the Harvard Boxing Championships, but if you remember, he ended up losing that match to a man with a longer reach.
Indeed, he did.
He knows how to take punishment, but...
And George H.W. Bush has the superior reach here, and he's putting it to good use.
He's staying back.
He took some blows from Roosevelt, however, and...
He doesn't want to keep making that mistake.
And it looks like he wants to keep this fresh. He's going over and he's tagging in George W. George W. looks to be much more recovered at this point.
Yeah, he looks good.
Than he was earlier after that big splash from William Howard Taft. And here comes George W. Bush now into the ring against Teddy Roosevelt.
Picking up where his father left off. Bush's has conferred on their strategy. They know what they're doing here.
Indeed, they do.
They're trying to stay away from Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes, that's it. Just quick back. In and out.
They do have
almost like a dance
and a reach advantage. George W. Bush there.
Teddy Roosevelt getting peppered with blows. William Howard Taft, his hand extended, shouting to Roosevelt, "Tag me in." Roosevelt appears to be completely ignoring him.
He doesn't want any part of William Howard Taft. Doesn't look like he's too happy with his partner.
Yeah, I suppose that's the case.
Meanwhile,
he appears to be refusing to tag in Taft, and that might be to his detriment. George W. Bush now has Teddy Roosevelt in some trouble.
George W. Bush doing his best bee floating impersonation in there.
Indeed.
Peppering TR with little bee stings.
And they appear to sting.
They are accumulating.
They certainly are. Teddy Roosevelt looks to be in a world of trouble. What's this? A shoe! Somebody just threw a shoe into the ring. George W. Bush, it was coming right for him. He dodged out of the way and hit Teddy Roosevelt in the head. There's another one. Bush ducks out of the way again and hit Teddy Roosevelt in the head. Two shoes.
I think
two shows.
That's coming from the Iraqi announcers table.
That's from the Iraqi announcers table.
One of the Iraqi announcers has stood up on the table and threw both of his shoes.
That's it. He's taking off both shoes and he's hurled them at George W. Bush. Bush, cat-like reflexes. He's
Chief Justice
slinking out of the way.
Now.
And TR taking both shoes to the head.
Rehnquist on the outside having a word with that Iraqi announcer.
Of course, as you listeners all know, the PWF is sent all over the world in every
Broadcast
language.
worldwide in many languges.
And the Iraqi, one of the Iraqi announcers here.
The other Iraqi announcer.
He's taking his shoes off.
That's a steel-toed boot. He's throwing it in the ring.
That one hit TR.
Oh my God, George W. Bush, he moved out of the way and TR.
Look at him.
He's broken his nose.
He's bloody.
There's blood. There's blood. And here comes the other boot. Bush is out of the way and TR's clunked in the side of the head. TR's down on the canvas.
What is he doing?
Oh my God.
He's completely blindsided by
The other
this
chief
cat.
justices down there, they're swarming the Iraqi announcers.
Rehnquist is back in the ring.
My God.
Taft is begging for the tag. A normal man would be unconscious right now.
No, I don't believe it.
George W. Bush lifts him up off the rope, flings him against the rope, and HW on the outside put a knee there in TR's back.
Oh my goodness.
TR is down on the mat.
They didn't even need to do that.
W looks to tag in HW, and the Bushes are going to switch up here. TR gets up on his feet. He could tag in Taft right now, and he's not doing it.
He needs to tag in Taft.
Taft is begging him.
He needs to tag in Taft. TR has had too much.
In teamwork here on the Roosevelt-Taft team.
A complete breakdown.
Roosevelt taking it all upon himself.
And he has suffered some serious damage. He's barely conscious. He took 4 shoes to the head. And the Bush is capitalizing.
I don't know what those Iraqi announcers thought they were accomplishing here, but I don't think they were trying to help the Bushes, and that's just what they've done.
Well, they certainly have, and I do not think that was their intention. But that is certainly what they have done. Teddy Roosevelt in a world of... Oh, my God, what a pile driver. Teddy Roosevelt's forehead is split open, and I think his nose is broken. It's almost like the whole center of his face is ruptured. Wow. He's got a cut lip. He's in so much trouble right now.
He doesn't even seem to care. And he's not trying to tag in Taft. He's stumbling right back to his feet. He's putting his fists up. He's swinging them at Bush, but I don't even know how he can see with all the blood in his eyes.
I don't think he can see.
HW is toying with him now. He's just dodging out of the way. TR swinging blindly. HW looks like he's coming. He's got... Oh, it's the
God! He gave him the lip raider.
It's the lip raider.
It's the lip raider. I think this one's over. Down. He's got him covered for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Oh, no.
It's over.
Out. He kicked out.
Oh, my God.
He got his shoulder up.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
George H.W. Bush doesn't believe it either.
Again, the tenacity of Teddy Roosevelt is unbelievable.
He thought it was 3.
The unbelievable
Rehnquist
tenacity.
says no. TR is not in any better shape.
No, he certainly isn't. George H.W. Bush
at him.
Looks infuriated.
He is nearly unconscious.
He's picking Teddy Roosevelt up off the mat now.
What's he going to give him now?
Bushusuru!
Bushusuru!
It's the Bushusuru! Bushusuru! I think it's over. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
It's over. The Bushes are the PWF Tag Team Champions.
It's over. The Bushes. It's the Bushes.
That last move, Bushushuru, I think George H.W. Bush learned that in the Japanese wrestling circuit.
I believe he did. My God, what an end to this event. William Howard Taft. He can't even believe it.
He's walking away. He's leaving TR bloody in the ring.
He can't even believe it. He could have saved this match here. He could have saved this match. Unbelievable. Stubborn.
Look at that
tenacity of Teddy Roosevelt here. His own undoing.
The Bushes are raising the tag team championship belts. And
the new PWF tag team champions.
That's tag team wrestling for you. The Bushes, they worked together as a team.
They surely did. They had a plan and they stuck to it. And by God, you can't say that for Roosevelt and Taft.
Yep, as individuals, you would think TR and Taft would be each more fearsome than either Bush.
Indeed.
But they didn't work together and that cost them.
It surely
cost
did.
them the PWF Tag Team Championships.
It
And
absolutely
I don't know
did.
how they're even going to continue as a tag team. I think we just saw the dissolution of their tag team.
We very well may have, James. We very well may have at that. What a turn of events here. New PWF Tag Team Champions crowned. George Herbert Walker Bush and his son, George W. Bush.
Wow.
The new PWF Tag Team Champions. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty of State of Disunion. This is the Transcontinental Championship match, James. Andrew Jackson versus John Quincy Adams, and what a history between these two.
What a history indeed, Steve. Last month at Survival Sequence, you recall Andrew Jackson, the first man eliminated in the Democrats versus the Whigs because John Quincy Adams interfered.
What a shock that was.
He interfered in the match. He belted Jackson in the head with a copy of Blackstone's Commentaries, a very thick law book, and
Indeed.
Jackson was the first man eliminated. But Jackson got his revenge later in the evening when he interfered in John Quincy Adams' match.
John Quincy Adams looks like he's about to go for the pin when... What's this?
Oh my God, it's Andrew Jackson!
Andrew Jackson's in the
Andrew
ring.
Jackson's in the
He's
ring!
one of my...
Trail of Tears!
Trail of Tears!
Trail of Tears!
John Quincy Adams has been nailed with the Trail of Tears!
And of course, that was the turning point when Adams' team was on the brink of victory. They ended
Indeed.
up losing that match. And that left a lot of bad blood between these two. Andrew Jackson.
It most certainly did, and they've been looking to...
Jackson issued
Well, in
a
particular,
stern
Jackson
challenge.
has been trying
He
to
wants a
challenge
piece of John Quincy
JQA
Adams.
ever since.
He's a little more hesitant. He doesn't know what's in it for him. The PWF decided to put the Transcontinental
That's
Championship
right.
on
The
the line.
Transcontinental Championship on
JQA.
the line. JQA still.
He was a little hesitant. Andrew Jackson said, I will fight you under any
circumstances.
John Quincy
JQA
Adams.
pounced on this idea. We still don't know the exact details
He drew up his
of
own.
the contract,
he
but
drew it up
JQA
himself.
drew up his own contract for this bout.
Andrew Jackson signed it without even reading
A
it.
confident Andrew Jackson, willing to fight JQA under any circumstances. And John Quincy Adams, I want to reiterate, he's drawn up his own contract here. He could have stipulated anything he wanted in regards to this match.
He could have-
What we do know, James, the Transcontinental Championship is on the line.
That's it, Steve, and that's all that matters. One of these two is going to go home with the Transcontinental belt.
That's right. And it appears that, yes, let's go down to ringside now for the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, Old Hickory, Andrew Jackson. Jackson, well received here.
He looks mad already.
He's not looking too happy. He looks pretty focused.
Well, he wants a piece of John Quincy Adams.
He looks
He's
ready
about
to begin
get
this
one.
fight, that's for sure. He is absolutely ready to go here, making a quick entrance. And his opponent, John Quincy Adams. Here comes Adams now, taking a little bit more time
He looks confident.
as he approaches the ring, but yes, you're right. He's taking a little bit more time, but my goodness, he's looking way more confident than I would have thought here tonight.
Looks like he's
What could
like
be in
he's-
that contract,
he's
James?
carrying a copy of it. Look,
He
got it.
certainly is.
And he
I have a feeling that Andrew Jackson may have made a hasty decision.
well, looks like John Quincy.
He may have
Adams
erred in signing this contract so
looks-
quickly.
It looks like JQA is pointing out something in the contract to Andrew Jackson. I wonder what it is.
Well, yes, he certainly is, and Jackson
He's not.
doesn't quite know what to make of it.
He's shaking his head.
JQA, he's motioning for a mic. They're going to give him a mic now. JQA, he has a mic. And he's ready to address the crowd.
Andy, you should have read the terms and conditions.
My goodness, what's this?
The contract you signed gives me the right to choose the official for this match.
Oh my goodness.
So I am proud to introduce the special guest referee, Henry Clay.
Oh my goodness, Henry Clay!
Henry Clay is coming down.
Henry Clay is
Look
a
at him.
special guest official.
He can't be the official of this match.
Jackson can't do anything about it. It's in the
Jackson
contract.
is pissed. Look at him.
He signed the contract without reading it.
JQA's showing him his signature. He's shoving it right in his face. Wow.
Oh
Henry
my goodness,
Clay.
the cards are stacked against Andrew Jackson immediately here. Henry Clay, the officiator.
Jackson's going to get his shot at the Transcontinental belt, but he's going to have to rely on Henry Clay to count 3 on John Quincy Adams. Good luck with that, Andy.
Oh,
wow.
Boy, I
Didn't see
can't
this
believe
coming.
this turn of events, but
John
it's
Quincy Adams outfoxed Andrew Jackson in
and
the lead up to
apparently
this
it's
match.
completely legal. This is completely legal, and this bout is about to get underway here. Clay, Jackson, they're squaring off. Henry Clay in the center of the ring. He's got them together, and he's now waving on for the bell. Here we go. Andrew Jackson, John Quincy Adams, and of course, starting with some strong wordplay from Andrew Jackson.
Wow.
Virulent, acidic.
Ooh, good thing he doesn't have the
Acerbic.
microphone right now. We'd be bleeping.
Oh
out
my
most
goodness,
of what he
we couldn't
says.
air
Wow.
it. We couldn't air it.
There are kids
If
in
Jackson
the front
had
row
the
that are
microphone, John Quincy
losing their
Adams seems to be
innocence tonight.
taking it in stride. Henry Clay giving a warning to Jackson, telling him to calm down and begin the bout proper. Clay
Well-
waving the bout on. Jackson and Clay now squaring off against one another. Jackson charging in towards Adams quickly and making a quick spear. Jackson rolling up off the ropes and a big knee. Jackson now, he's picking John Quincy Adams up off the canvas. He's got him in a world of trouble. Lifting him up, got him between the legs and a pile driver.
Oh.
Jackson in complete control of this match right now. Henry Clay keeping a close eye. Jackson picking John Quincy Adams back up off the canvas. John Quincy Adams tries for a hard right hand. Jackson knocks it out of the way. And John Quincy Adams, Jackson is just toying with him at this point. Henry Clay's trying to get in there. He's telling Jackson to back off. He's trying to check John Quincy Adams.
On what grounds would Jackson have to back off? This is a no-holds-barred match here.
He's trying to see if John Quincy Adams is able to carry on to the match.
I think Henry Clay's just in there stalling to give John Quincy Adams some extra time.
It certainly seems that way to me. Now he's waving the match on.
It's not how a referee
Jackson
normally
and
acts.
Adams
This is not a
again.
normal match.
It doesn't seem to be so. Jackson and Adams squaring off once again. Jackson with a quick rush. He's grabbed John Quincy Adams. He's got him in a headlock. And oh, what a bulldog.
Wow.
Adams back up. Clay having some words with Jackson. What is this? Jackson
I don't know what
expressing his distaste with guest referee Henry Clay.
And meanwhile,
now-
John Quincy Adams, he just hit Jackson in the back of the head.
Oh my
Taking
God!
advantage. John Quincy Adams
He got
following
back
now.
up. Got back up and followed through with an attack on Jackson.
Looks like Jackson's going to get back up, and he doesn't really seem phased. He seems more pissed than
No, he
hurt.
seems more annoyed than anything else,
He
and
looks
he's
at-
reaching out for John Quincy Adams now.
Jackson's going to throw him against the ropes, bounce back. John Quincy Adams just holds onto the ropes.
Really trying to swirl away here, and Jackson having some words.
Henry Clay's telling Jackson to back off. John Quincy Adams has the ropes. Seems like it's the This is not a normal match.
It doesn't appear to be so. Certainly not what we would expect from the Presidential Wrestling Federation, and with the Transcontinental Championship on the line, James.
Indeed. Jackson and John Quincy Adams grappling up here. John Quincy Adams gets the armbar. Jackson gets the reversal.
He's flipped it around. John Quincy Adams now.
Jackson in a lot of trouble.
Jackson, he's picked up John Quincy Adams. He slammed him off the canvas.
Oh!
John Quincy Adams, now he's hurt. Jackson, he's climbing up to the top rope. What's this? What's this?
Henry Clay just bounced off the rope. Jackson is falling down.
Henry Clay! Henry Clay deliberately
Jostled the rope.
jostling the rope and causing Jackson to lose his balance. And Jackson knows it. He's in Henry Clay's face right now.
What could happen here? We might need some more Chief Justices down here. Clay and Jackson exchanging vitriolic words in the center of the ring.
Yeah, the Chief Justices must be watching backstage, not happy with the officiating in this match, but what can they expect?
With little that they could do.
They were contracted out of it. Henry Clay still having words with Jack. Oh, Jackson just hit Henry Clay in the face!
What's this?
He's wailing on Clay!
What's this?
John Quincy Adams
this?
Jackson is hitting both of them. He's trading blows back and forth.
I don't believe it.
It's 2-on-1.
It's gotta be over. It's gotta be over. They're gonna disqualify Jackson.
Jackson just threw Henry Clay out of the ring.
I don't believe it.
And he threw John Quincy Adams out there, both on the concrete.
Jackson raising his fist triumphantly. JQA, Henry Clay, they're both outside of the ring.
Jackson he should be disqualified here. He just belted the official.
I don't believe it.
Conferring. Looks like JQA is somehow waving off Henry Clay. I'm looking,
Wait a second now.
JQA can't win the title if Jackson is disqualified.
I think that's just it, James.
Needs to win by count.
I think that's just it. John Quincy Adams cannot claim the title as a result of a disqualification. He's talking Henry Clay out of disqualifying Jackson. Clay's going to let this match continue.
It looks like the two of them are going to get back in the ring, and they're both going to gang up on Jackson.
Look, what's this? Henry Clay and John Quincy Adams double teaming Andrew Jackson. This is unbelievable.
They're raining blows on him. He seems unfazed.
He's coming back. He's hammering back at him. He's hurt JQA. He's hurt Clay. He's grabbed Clay by the collar now. He has him against the ropes, and oh my goodness, what a forearm. Henry Clay is down on the canvas. He's turning his attention to JQA, who was trying to squirrel away.
Jackson's got JQA. Oh, it's a choke slam.
My goodness. JQA's
in bad shape. Jackson is
in complete control.
Looks like Jackson is setting him up for a trail of tears here. This could be it.
Oh my God! What's this? Jackson has an arrow in his chest and he's in the middle of the ring.
There's an arrow protruding from Jackson's chest. What happened?
Somebody fired an arrow from the crowd. What happened? Oh my God!
That was the Cherokee announcers table.
The Cherokee announcers table.
Cherokee announcers just shot an arrow at Andrew Jackson's chest.
I don't believe it. There's other Chief Justices storming in down here.
Jackson is stunned. He doesn't even know what's happening. He's looking at his chest in disbelief. My God, what is going on?
I don't believe it. There are Chief Justices
are swarming the Cherokee announcers table. John Quincy Adams has grabbed a hold of the arrow.
Oh my God!
He's twisting it.
Oh my God!
Jackson is on his knees,
shoving it further in. Jackson in a world.
Oh my God! It's coming out his back.
I don't believe it.
The arrowhead.
Oh my God!
Jackson is on his knees. He's in a world of pain. I don't know how he's standing.
It's unbelievable.
John Quincy Adams is getting Jackson in the. He's about. Oh, it's the Infernal Improvement.
I don't believe it.
JQA gave him the
It's gotta be over.
He is down.
It's gotta be over.
Clay is back up. He's ready to make the count.
1, 2, 3.
three.
It's such a quick pin. I don't believe it.
Andrew-
I don't believe it.
John Quincy Adams is, I guess he's won this match. He's the new Transcontinental Champion.
His hands raised in victory. That was the quickest count I've ever seen.
Not like Clay's going to hand out some kind of disqualification, although Andrew Jackson was shot by an arrow from the Cherokee announcer's table.
The Cherokee announcer's been removed. I don't believe this. Henry Clay totally looking past that and giving a quick count. John Quincy Adams is the new Transcontinental Champion of the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
Henry Clay handed him the belt. He's raising it up. Andrew Jackson.
Martin Van Buren, James K. Polk have come to the side of the ring. Jackson conferring with them now. He looks more angry than I've ever seen any individual.
Wow. What is he doing? Oh my God. James K. Polk just snapped off the arrowhead protruding from Jackson's back.
Oh my God.
He's directing Martin Van Buren to draw out the shaft. Wow, look at the pain Andrew Jackson is in.
And they're cauterizing the wound with black powder. Wow. Unbelievable.
Oh, right in the middle of the ring.
Unbelievable.
Full view of this capacity crowd.
I think they were sending a message to John Quincy Adams with that, James.
Wow, Andrew Jackson I can tell you one thing, he's not finished with John Quincy Adams.
Most certainly
nor
not.
with Henry Clay.
No, certainly not. But
he looks... Wow.
Unbelievable turn of events. John Quincy Adams, the new Transcontinental Champion of the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
He's left the ring with the belt, and Andrew Jackson is in the middle of the ring.
And Henry Clay has left with him.
Wow. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say myself, James. What a turn of events here.
Well,
Andrew Jackson, certainly, I think, a favorite here tonight.
Yep.
And what an upset.
Yeah, I never would have thought John Quincy Adams could go head-to-head with him, but in a way, he outsmarted Jackson.
He certainly did. Drawing up that contract, my goodness, Jackson did not know quite what he was in for, but once he signed that contract, it was legally binding.
Yep.
And that was that.
And I guess
signed his own death warrant in that regard, James.
Well, and another thing we can say is that the Cherokee announcers are a little more accurate with their projectiles than the Iraqi announcers.
Indeed.
Because they were trying to hit Jackson, and they did.
Yes, yes.
That's more than can be said.
They've obviously been removed.
For the Iraqi announcers, their little tact backfired, and of course our Iraqi viewers have been listening to this last match. I guess they'd have to turn over to the Kurdish announcers.
I believe they would. And as for our Cherokee listeners, we apologize that you're going to have to listen in Arapaho
or you're just going to have to assimilate and learn English.
That's it.
That's what's...
There's a couple other Native American language networks, but either tune into one of them or assimilate to English.
I think in that Cherokee, regard, as well as the Iraqi announcers, are going to be suspended from ringside for some time.
That's it. There's certainly going to be an investigation. What a turn of events. What a state of disunion, James. And we've still one more bout to go. When we come back, we'll be with the main event. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, the PWF Championship on the line, coming up next.
Hey kids, are you craving some more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars?
Yeah!
Well, you're in luck, because coming soon it's PWF The Game, where you can take control of your favorite presidential superstar in an all-out brawl, with many game modes, including Presidential Rumble.
I'm gonna be the last man standing.
Survival Sequence.
I'm gonna survive.
And Presidential Mania.
I could lick Joe Biden.
That's right. It's U.S. Presidential Wrestling Federation, The Game. Coming soon to Super NES and Sega Genesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event for the Presidential Wrestling Federation Championship. In this corner, Abraham Lincoln. And his opponent, George Washington. Here we go, James. This is it. For all the marbles, the PWF Championship on the line. The two best wrestlers in the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
That's right.
Abraham Lincoln proving himself time and time again. The victor of the Presidential Rumble. The sole survivor of his team at Survival Sequence. Washington also, sole survivor of his team.
And he was the last man right there with Lincoln in the Rumble.
Indeed he
They were
was.
trading blows. It could have been either one of them right up to the last
It
second.
certainly could have. And these two, I think it's been building up to this for a while now.
That's right.
And there he is, Chief Justice John Marshall. Who better to officiate this bout than John Marshall? This is the big one. The Capital One Arena here is thundering. They are ready to go. The presidential superstars are ready to go. John Marshall's ready to go. And I think, here we go. It's on. Washington and Lincoln are squaring away now. Washington and Lincoln, now these two titans, squaring away in the center of the ring. Both incredible height, superior reach. They appear to be testing one another. Neither one of them taking an advantage, and neither one of them appears to be willing to commit himself to a move that could backfire, James.
Yep.
They're being very careful here. They are really testing the waters against one another.
Yeah,
Because these are two titans.
They've got so much power, so much skill. Each one knows that if they slip up, the other one will make them pay, and they are feeling each other out.
Well, they're the two best that the PWF has to offer, and that's why they're in this championship bout.
That's right.
The PWF championship title on the line here. Washington and Lincoln very carefully testing each other out, trading some blows, but not too much behind from either party here. It appears that they're testing what one another can do. Playing it smart thus far here.
Looks like they're going to grapple up. Lincoln's going to throw Washington against the ropes. Oh, Washington ducked under that
Ducks under it.
clothesline. Comes back. Lincoln ducked under Washington.
Lincoln ducks under Washington. Now what's going to happen?
The two of them too smart to fall into each other's traps, but something's got to give here. They're going to grapple up again. Looks like, Washington's going to get... he just gave Lincoln a body slam. And he's going to take
Trying to
advantage.
capitalize.
He grabs him right back up, throws him against the ropes, and that time he got the
Oh
clothesline.
my goodness.
Lincoln goes down. Washington
Washington
Right on
now
top
trying
of
to
him.
capitalize.
He gets Lincoln back up, got him by the back of the head. Looks like he's going to put him in the... It is a pile driver! A pile driver!
A fast and devastating pile driver.
Wow. Looks like Washington's going to go...
Washington appears to be in control now, scooping Lincoln up off the mat. And there he goes. He's grabbing Lincoln. He's got his head crooked under his arm now. And a snap suplex.
Ooh.
Washington with a quick maneuver there, trying to keep the momentum in his favor. Washington rolling over, getting back up. Lincoln is quick to get back up.
He's got to...
Lincoln's back up.
Turn this around.
And Washington is surprised.
Wow.
Washington's surprised that Lincoln's back on his feet. Lincoln's saying, all right, I see what you have, and I can take it. Let's go. And Washington now, he's going to grapple up with Lincoln once again. Grappling up hard now, and then it's broken up. And
Lincoln. Ooh, Lincoln with a chop.
Oh, my
Look at that
goodness.
backhand chop.
my goodness,
And then a forehand. Ooh.
taking advantage here.
He's got a slight reach advantage here. Maybe slight, but he's taking advantage of it.
He certainly is.
He's a wiry, powerful man, and that is one heck of a backhand.
It certainly is. Washington regrouping a little bit. He might change his strategy here.
Washington's going to get the armbar. Who's the long arms of Lincoln. Washington's going to work on him.
He certainly is. Oh, and lifting it up in a knee right to the joint.
Ooh.
Right to the joint of the elbow there.
Lincoln in some pain. Washington going to work on that arm. He puts it back in the armbar and is twisting.
Lifts it up in another knee to the elbow from Washington. Lincoln's arm compromised. Washington trying to take control of this bout.
Lincoln reaching for the ropes to get out of that armbar, but he is far from the ropes. Washington keeping him in the center of the ring and keeping the pressure on that arm. Chief Justice Marshall asks Lincoln if he wants to give up. He surely does not.
Lincoln, of course, no. Hanging in there for as hard as he can. Washington now. He's trying to lift up Washington's arm again. Washington, he rolls. He's got control. He's got the fulcrum. He's got gravity on his side. Lincoln's up in the air. He's down on the ground.
Ooh.
He's down on the ground. Washington
God.
now. He's going to spare. He's trying to pin Lincoln. One, two. No, he's out of it. He's out of it.
That was close.
Washington, he tried to turn the tables on Lincoln there. All of a sudden,
Washington.
he rolled around, was able to lift Lincoln up, throw him down to the canvas, and roll him up for a pin.
He was a split second away from becoming the champion right there.
That's it. But boy, this thing is just getting started here. These two now staring each other down, testing each other. Some lengthy jabs being thrown.
Lincoln, he's working his shoulder around in his socket, trying to get feeling back in that arm.
Indeed, he Washington may have hurt him here. That could have put Washington in advantage. Washington trying to duck and charge in now. Lincoln holding him down, pushing him back and away, and it's broken up.
Fighting a
Powerhouses here.
and they're fighting a clean match, and Chief Justice Marshall sees to it that it's
Keeping a watchful eye.
That's unlike
there
some
won't
of the
there
matches
won't
we had
be
tonight.
any silliness here.
No.
This is going to be a fair and solid bout between two great competitors, and well, we're already seeing it here.
Wow.
These two, it appears they don't know quite where to begin with one another. Every once in a while, it looks like somebody's going to charge in, and they don't. They're feigning attacks. They're peppering with these lengthy jabs, just dancing around now. Not sure quite what move to make.
We are seeing quite an even match so far.
We certainly are. Washington and Lincoln seem to be on an even keel here.
Two superior forces colliding.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're going to grapple up. Lincoln flinging Washington against the ropes.
Oh my goodness.
Spinning heel kick. Did you see that?
Oh
Lincoln's
my.
long leg flinging itself right into Washington's face, and he is down.
And just like that, Lincoln has taken the advantage. He's grabbing Washington by the hair now, lifting him up off the canvas, picking him up and slamming him back down onto the canvas.
Face first.
Indeed. Lincoln showing some of his tact here as he's taking advantage of Washington now.
Picking him up, he's going to fling him against the ropes again and get him with a body slam.
Ooh, a quick snap body slam.
Wow.
From Lincoln there to Washington. Lincoln taking full control of this bout now.
He gets Washington up, and look, he's going to put Washington in the armbar. He's returning the favor.
Indeed he is.
Showing he can work the arm just as well as Washington can. And he is wrenching it hard. Washington in a lot of pain. Pushing back, looks like... Oh, Washington, he made it to the ropes there. Chief Justice Marshall broke him up.
Breaking him up now.
Lincoln releases him. Clean match here. Gonna grapple up again. Lincoln, look, he gets behind Washington and he gets him.
What's this?
It's a slewplex!
Oh my God! Wow. Such quick action.
Look at the technique on behalf of Lincoln.
With a reverse suplex from Lincoln. Washington. Trying to get up quickly.
He is easing his way up, and he just punched Lincoln right in the face, but Lincoln got back, and these two trading blows.
Just
look
trading
at him.
blows. Trading blows in the center of the ring now.
Back
These
and
two
forth.
titans.
How's the other one still standing?
I don't believe
wouldn't
it.
be able to take one of these punches.
I don't believe it.
And Lincoln kicked Washington in the gut, and then, he gave him an uppercut.
And Washington now. Washington diving forward in an attempted spear, but he's got his head crooked under his arm, and he's giving him a bulldog.
Oh!
Washington's
That is
attempted
quite a
spear.
bulldog.
It backfired. Lincoln now.
He's had a little bit of energy taken out of him. He's getting up slowly. But he's in control of this bout. Washington. Hurt. Down on the canvas there.
Washington, and he's in rough shape now. He doesn't like to show it, but no man could take these kind of blows coming from Abraham Lincoln.
Indeed.
Washington hanging in there. Lincoln has taken a lot of punishment himself. He gets a hold of Washington. He throws him against the ropes. Washington ducks under a clothesline. He comes back. Washington shoulder slammed
Oh, my
him.
goodness.
Lincoln went down.
Lincoln.
Washington-
Down on the canvas. Washington taking Lincoln up now.
He's slow to take advantage, but he gets Lincoln up. Looks like he's about to whip Lincoln into the corner. Lincoln reversed it. He whipped
Washington's going to the
Washington slammed.
Oh my goodness! Marshall was in the way!
Marshall slammed.
Chief Justice Marshall is down!
Washington stumbling out of the corner. Lincoln grabbed.
It's a rail splitter! It's a rail splitter!
Lincoln got the rail splitter
He's
on him.
got him pinned! One!
Marshall's
out! Marshall's out!
There's
But
no
my
one to
God!
count.
You can count to 10!
Chief Justice Marshall is unconscious. George
I don't
Washington
believe
is
it.
unconscious.
Lincoln now
Abraham Lincoln
realizing
doesn't
what's
know what to
happening.
do.
Lincoln's standing up in
My
the ring.
God.
He's going over to Marshall. He's trying to wake Marshall up. What's this? It's the CCW.
The Confederate Championship Wrestling.
What are they doing?
They're riding down to the ring on horses. How did they get
My
those
God.
horses into the arena?
They're on horseback. The CCW is on
Jefferson
horseback.
Davis.
The
He's
Confederate.
the CCW champion. He's got a whole handful of his cronies there.
My God, I don't believe it. I see Davis. I see Lee.
That's Nathan Bedford.
I see Forrest, I see Jackson, I see Stewart, I see Longstreet, I see Beauregard, I see Johnston. They've all come down the ring on horseback. They are beating the tar out of Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln he should be PWF champion right now.
Confederate
What are
Championship Wrestling, what are they doing?
Traitors doing in the ring.
This is unbelievable.
They're pummeling Lincoln. They're stomping
Unbelievable.
on him. It's like 6-7 on 1. I can't even count how many Confederates are in this ring.
And Marshall has no idea. Marshall is completely
is
knocked out. Washington's out. Lincoln
They
is
rode
now
in here on
completely out.
horses. How did they get those horses into this arena?
There they go. They're leaping back onto their horses. They're
Just as soon as
fleeing.
they can.
They're fleeing just as quick as they came back in.
These snakes.
Unbelievable. Lincoln.
PWF has been invaded by a rival promotion. They got no business being here. This is the main event.
I can't believe this. We've been sabotaged by the
Lincoln.
Confederate Championship
Lincoln is
Wrestling.
unconscious in the ring. Washington is
He's not
unconscious. Neither of them are moving. Well, now they're both stirring a little bit.
Washington a little bit more so.
Chief Justice Marshall is getting up as well. This crowd is stunned into silence. A capacity crowd.
This is unbelievable. Abraham
Washington
Lincoln.
and Lincoln both stumbling to their feet in opposite corners. The third corner, Justice Marshall's pulling himself up. This match has gone sideways. CCW invading the PWF.
It's just unbelievable. And
The championship is still on the line.
Washington up to his feet first. Lincoln barely to his feet. Washington moving in to grab a hold of farewell address.
It's the farewell address.
Farewell address.
Washington.
1, 2, 3. We have a new
Washington
PWF champion.
He has no idea what happened while
We
he
have
was
a new
unconscious.
PWF
Justice
champion.
Marshall. It's over.
It's over.
George
We have a
Washington
new
is won.
PWF champion.
Abraham Lincoln betrayed by Jefferson Davis and the CCW.
It's Washington. It's Washington is the new PWF champion. Unbelievable. Abraham Lincoln. The Confederate
Wow.
Championship Wrestling
Wow.
faction coming into the ring. Unbelievable turn of events. I just can't believe this. Somebody's going to have a look into this. But as it is, Marshall raising Washington's hand in victory. George Washington,
He's going to be
the PWF champion.
And I mean, it's hard to say that he doesn't deserve it because, by God, the display of wrestling prowess that was put on
Indeed.
here in this ring. But by all fairness, and to be fair, Lincoln did knock out the referee with his move there. But the
Well, and also to be,
CCW had no business being in this match.
they certainly didn't.
They had no business in this promotion or this arena. I don't know the security lapse that allowed them to get 6, 7 horses into the ring.
Well, that's it. But we got to be fair to Washington. Washington clearly had no idea what the CCW was planning.
I think he still doesn't know. He's walking up to the locker room.
He seems like he
He's got
can't
the
believe
belt.
it.
He's humble. He shook Abraham Lincoln's hand. Lincoln is still in the ring. He is stunned about what happened, and he is not happy.
Both of these men are going to have to come to grips with this. I don't think we've seen the last of this, James.
No. I think Lincoln is he's making a list in his head, and Jefferson Davis is at the top of it, along with the rest of the just pieces of garbage that were in the ring with him.
Yes,
Had no business being here.
Confederate Championship Wrestling completely overstepping any and all bounds.
They just have no shame,
propriety.
no shame.
Unbelievable maneuver here.
Something's going to have to be done about this.
Indeed. Because I think when Washington himself hears the full story of this, he's going to feel
gonna
like
be
he's got a
upset.
tainted belt.
That's not how he wanted to win it.
Certainly not.
I got to assume he's going to want to offer Abraham Lincoln a rematch.
I feel like that's going to happen,
I'm
James.
thinking Lincoln's going to want Jefferson Davis first.
I have a feeling you're right.
I think all those Confederate wrestlers are going to have to answer for what happened here.
I think you're right. I think that we have a crisis on hand here, and
Indeed.
goodness knows where it's going to develop. But as it is, George Washington, the PWF champion, James.
Wow.
That's the official ruling. Marshall was unconscious. He saw what he saw, James.
He's gonna
We
go
can't
back
hold
in the
him
locker room
responsible.
and watch the replay with Washington and find out what really happened here. This crowd is stunned. I'm stunned.
I am as well. What an event. State of Disunion. Unbelievable. Surpassing all and any expectations that we have from the PWF. And boy, there's only more to come. The PWF and these stories are far from resolved. It's far from over.
Yeah, you got to think Jackson and John Quincy Adams are going to have more to say to each other.
Indeed they are. No, this certainly isn't over, James.
These titles are, they're won, but they're going to have to be defended.
That's it. And boy, I think we share the same sentiment in saying that we can't wait to bring you more exciting action from your favorite presidential superstars with the Presidential Wrestling Federation because it looks like things are heating up here. We got a rival faction invading on the territory of the PWF, James. Things are up in the air here, and who knows what way this could go.
Well, I think the PWF superstars are going to have to rally together to withstand this invasion.
Indeed they
The
are.
Confederate Championship wrestlers. Just an unprecedented turn of events here.
Absolutely it
Never
is,
could have
and
imagined that.
heavens knows what it could lead to, but we will be here to bring you the action. This is the Presidential Wrestling Federation. I'm Stephen Lincoln Douglas.
And I am James J. Hamilton.
This has been PWF State of Disunion. What an event. And we will see you next time with more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars.
Right here on the Presidential Wrestling Federation.
Thanks for listening.